Yo, what's up, everybody? How's it going? I'll just give it like a few minutes and then we're gonna get started. Alrighty. Alright, I'm pretty excited about working today. Yesterday was a good day off. Like, it was kind of a day off. I don't really ever have full days off, man. But it was nice. Got to spend some time, like, actually in the kitchen, with my lady and just cooking together. And she took over my computer and she started playing games on it. And I forgot how crazy good this computer is for games, not just for trading. Okay, so guys, first thing we'll start off with, I guess, is my position, what I'm trading right now. I'm still in my long position for Polkadot. I'm in a long for $908,000, so almost a million. It dipped down to like 7.6 or something. I was down about 80 grand a few days, like yesterday. Actually 2 days ago, I was down 80,000. But if you look at my trade histories, guys, you guys see this? Look at that, man. I'm just DCing. I was DCing from like $7.85. I added it up. Look at all these DCAs. I'm just like going ham on it. I added like about a $250,000, right? At $7 and 95, 784 ranges. So I was in profit today by about 10 grand, but I'm not gonna take my profit, man. I'm gonna ride this pretty hard, actually, like really hard. I think that on the 2 hour time frame, this is how Polkadot is looking, and there's a very high chance it's gonna hit at least up here for now, short term. Or if you look at it like on the bigger picture, like if you look on the 12, on the daily, for example, you see that it's very, very good candles. Like these are very bullish candle patterns. And then also for Polkadot, if you take a look on the 2 day chart specifically, it's looking like very good. So you look on the 2 day chart, and if we can hold for like 11 more hours and stay kind of like in a red doji type candle, the next wave is probably going to come into play. And I'm going to be right about this. And not every coin is going to move down with Bitcoin and get destroyed. Do you guys see what I mean? So this is a really beautiful doji candle, which could easily mean that it's going to do the 5 waves that I'm predicting. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5 is going to hit 1190, which is the March 14 high. Okay, the March 14 high previously this year. Also, if you take a look at this white line, see this cluster? That's a very strong support. It actually dates back even further. Like from here, it rallied like 89%, and we broke it, right? We broke above 765, so that's a phenomenal entry for a long. That's what I was basically telling people, man, that I was gonna buy like around 760, 770, 780s, and I did. So, and you're gonna see that Polkadot got back down here, right? Exactly to that 1 year, 10-month resistance that it broke. So obviously it's gonna be a pretty strong support now. So that's why I'm in a long position for Polkadot, because I believe that I'm gonna make like, and then the 5th wave goes up to 11.9. So I'm very transparent with you guys. So at 11.9, I'll make like a little bit of money. I'll make like $300,000, $400,000 on a very short-term trade. So Polkadot's gonna go way higher than 1190, guys. Like, yeah. So that's it for my positions for now. I'm just gonna leave it here. I'm pretty bullish on Polkadot. I'm in like basically $1 million long position, and my target is gonna be roughly 11.9, the March 14 high. Do I have a stop loss? No, I don't have a stop loss, guys. Even though I have a liquidation price, which is like 5.2, the chances of it getting below 5.2 is so slim. Like it would need to drop literally another 37% for it to get down there, which means that the bull market would be kind of over, in my opinion. Not only that, I have hundreds of thousands to millions where I can just transfer from my ledger to my Binance. So I would have literally zero liquidation price if I wanted to, right? But I only keep something like $300,000 in my Binance, plus or minus. I don't see a need to keep more on there for trading, because you can't really day trade with like millions and millions of dollars without without having ridiculous slippage. You can't scalp using my strategies with millions and millions of dollars, right? It doesn't work like that. I can only do it with a few 100,000 max before there's too much slippage. So that's my position, guys. Let's talk about Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin is looking pretty decent right now. It's got okay, first of all, you gotta respect this area, okay? You gotta respect this area that kind of held for like 8 days, right? So this is kind of like the median, like the middle, right? Like right around there. It was kind of like, if you zoom out, it was kind of like making an ascending type of triangle deal. Do you see what I mean? It's making like a higher low, right? And then eventually it breaks upwards. So because of that how this thing formed for like, like 6, 7, 8 days, clearly Bitcoin's gonna face some sort of support here for now. And that's what it did. So if you look on the 2-day, the 2-day actually looks really good. So if we close like this in 11 hours, we're probably going to get a rally back upwards to like maybe 96, 97, maybe even back up to near 100. But just this candle is looking pretty damn good. Whenever you see like a 2-day doji candle at the bottom, it's generally a good sign. Like you can go back like really far back and just look for like dojis at the bottom. You know what I mean? Like the bottom of a downtrend, it's going to be generally a good sign, right? So I'm not going to go historical hunting right now, but I'm not saying we're not going to fall down below the 92K. But if we do fall below, like I called 91,000, right, guys? I mean, I called 91K to 87K, and that's literally what we hit, right? So, and I was more so guessing like the worst end of it if we drop further, right? 87K, just kind of getting an average of that zone. Now, if we hold here, right, it would be so friggin' bullish. Like the market would be incredible if we actually held here and kept continuing. But I don't think that's going to happen quite yet because I think some people are starting to take their profits, to be quite honest. And I'm seeing how this is most likely a like a 1, a 2 in there. This is probably a 3 somewhere in here. And the 4 is, it's happening. It's happening somewhere. And then the 5 is going to be big, like a big ass 5. So there's still a lot of room for this like to go, like so much incredible room. And you guys have no idea. Like I think we're literally only like beginning, like we're like literally only beginning the first wave of like a mega wave that's going to occur. The bull market's not even close to over yet, okay, guys? Like, one of the best indicators is going to be the pi cycle top indicator, And when that guy says it's in, like, I'll show you guys the pi cycle top indicator. If you guys don't know that, just download it, man. BTC index. Okay. So this is the BTC. Look at the pi cycle top indicator. I'll go on the daily. It's the best indicator that you can use to identify the top. One of the best, right? But it has its flaws. I just show you guys way back in 2013, okay? So in 2013, it said the top was near here. So the pi cycle top indicator, when it shows, it's the bull market's usually over in like 4 days, like up to 4 days after that. Sometimes it does a really bad job predicting it, and then the market goes up another 88%. So that's one of the flaws, right? But it's like just using moving averages. If you noticed here in 2017, it actually predicted the top here, right? Or sorry, in December 2013, it predicted the top really fucking well. But the thing is, even though it predicted the top here at this candle, it still dropped like 31% 2 days before that. So yeah, no, Ben Cohen did not develop the pi cycle top indicator, man. This has been around like for a while now. I forgot who developed it, but it's some random person that just took 2 moving averages. Ben Cohen, he uses the bull market's support band. So he's using the 21 EMA and the 30 SMA or something like that. It's a different number, but it's very, very similar, but this is better. The pi cycle top indicator uses like I think the 300 EMA or something like that. I can't remember. Here it is. It uses the 350 moving average and a 111-day moving average. So it's pretty, that's what it is. Okay. So then you take a look at 2017. it did a pretty good job as well, like really good job. Where is it? Here, right there. So 2017, it identified literally the top, like the very, very day. It identified it, and usually the days after that, like within 4 days, it could either go up a lot more or it's guaranteed to drop. That's what's gonna happen. But within 4 days, it's usually gonna end. The bull market's over. You guys know what I mean? So when the pi cycle top indicator shows, maybe 1, 2, 3 days after, we can still rally a lot. But on the fourth day, it's gonna drop, man. That's how it works. But the thing is, it's got its flaws too, right? Because if you take a look in the previous bull market, it identified the top in April actually, right? In April, it never identified this rally that was gonna happen. So when you think about it, like this here, when Bitcoin was rallying here, that was the most profitable time, not the time before it. Because leading up in 2021, altcoins barely did shit, right? All the altcoins moved. Like, I made a lot of money between August and about November, right? August, September, October, that's where I made a shit ton of money, right? Like, I lost $100,000 on Axis, I remember, in like 8 minutes or something like that. It was a horrible day for me. I was not happy. It was like, I'm just gonna give you guys an example of how bull markets are. You know, like they go up like that, man. You know, so this is where Bitcoin bottomed, where this is where Bitcoin topped, right? April, like around there. But you guys will notice some coins like Axie Infinity, it ended up doing like 4,700%, man, right? So this is where I decided to short it like a fucking idiot when the daily chart was looking like a big green candle, because I thought that $100 was going to be a resistance, and then it flew up. I entered like a $1.4 million short position, and it flew up. Let me see if I can show you guys the loss. I have it on my Discord somewhere. It was fucking terrible. Here it is, guys. Here's my loss. So I was in a $1.4 million position, and I lost $104,000 in 8 minutes. Literally in 8 minutes, I lost it. You know what I did after that? I was so pissed off, I took a vacation because I didn't want to lose $100,000, right? So what I'm saying is that, like, Bitcoin is the pi cycle top indicator is not even in yet, right? It's not even close to in. This is gonna run, guys. This is gonna run really hard. I advise everybody, like, don't take this as financial advice, but this is just what I'm doing. I don't want you guys to like sue me or something like that. But I'm gonna be buying, man. I'm not scared. I am not scared of this market. It's the opposite right now. I'm like excited to buy on a dip, and you should be too. So this is an exciting time. So let's talk about another thing now, guys. Let's talk about the total market cap that Bitcoin ever got up to, okay? The total market cap for crypto that we ever got up to was actually, like, the highest was about $3 trillion, which was the high in 2021. So we've actually exceeded that already, right? So we not only exceeded it, but we smashed it. Like, we fucking smashed it, guys. Like, we smashed it hard by 11.65%. So naturally, we're going to try to retest it again, most likely, right? So that would be very logical. Not only that, you can see how, like, the total 3 market cap, which is the market cap of all of crypto minus Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? So you can just see how it's kind of getting to a resistance zone, right? Like a resistance zone around there. But I think it's eventually going to break that, and the altcoins will get up to like 1.13 trillion, which is the all-time high. So it's very natural for us to like have a little bit of resistance at these levels right now, but it's not a reason to be scared or to exit the market in any way at all. I think that there's tons of rooms to go, guys, and a lot of coins, you know, I'm down 7K still. I can't wait for this trade to turn into like a $300,000 profit and up. I might take a $100,000 loss or 150, but realistically, I don't think it's possible for me to lose this trade because of the amount of capital I can keep putting in. And if the bull market's not over, like, it'll be impossible for me to lose this trade. Yeah, that's my logic. So, you know, looking at a lot of coins, guys, I have been recommending some coins to people like hard. You know, it might lead to your group. We're gonna find a trade today, guys. So don't worry if you're watching this. And you guys, like, if you guys haven't signed up to my Black Friday sale, like, sign up for it, man. You get a chance to come trade with me in the elite group. This month I'm up like, I'll just show you guys what I'm up. Like, just day trading, you know, and playing around on Binance and stuff like that. So I'm up like $229,000 or something just trading with the group, and like I'm up a lot this month. I'll just post it and I'll show you guys. That's pretty funny, like, and it's not even that busy season yet, you know. So this is me trading with the Discord group, and you know, like I grew like $70,000 into like 350K in like not even a month. So if you guys want to come trade with me, like, yeah, man, I would say after 9 years of trading, I'm doing pretty well. I'm not showing you my P&L to, like, you know, be a dick or anything, or to brag. It's not like that. I'm just saying that I've been in the game for 9 years now, and my experience, it clearly shows through the profits that I'm making. So if you guys want to get fast tracked, right? Like, it comes with my course. If you don't know enough, Robert, it comes with my full course. Like, you learn everything that I know in my course. It's like broken down really well. You also get to join the trading group where you're gonna probably catch a lot of the trades that I take and the calls. So just check out the link below, guys. It sells itself, you know, like I'm not gonna sell it to you guys all day or anything. People know what I can do because I show it every day. In terms of like buying, guys, you gotta get in now. I think that like there's two risks that's really hard to make a decision on which one's better. The risk of like not buying, okay? Not buying. Because if you don't buy and it's the bottom, you are fucked, right? Because you just can't predict how bullish a bull market can be. So if you don't buy, you're gonna buy in at a FOMO price, a really high price, right? And then if you do buy though, right, there's also risk, right? There's risk that it can drop a lot or a little before it eventually goes up. But the good thing about buying now on basically any good dip with like now is that, yeah, you know, it might go down a little bit, but eventually it's going to go up, right? So you can split up your risk into two. Buy some now and save some to buy a little bit in case there's a drop. But if there's not a drop, that's fine. At least you got into half of some positions, right? And you're not going to FOMO into buying like at ridiculous prices. So that's my theory of like, it's so simple. This strategy that I adopt for investing and also for buying. In fact, it's so simple that, you know, I've made a tremendous amount of capital doing that, right? Like well over 7 figures. So I just don't want you guys to like miss out because you're just waiting for these drops that may never happen, right? So it's like, I've known some people that are waiting for another like fucking 5%, I swear. They're just like, just 5 more percent of a drop and I'll buy because they want the perfect entry. And then and then they go to sleep. And then the next day they wake up, the coin's up like 40%, man. I'm not kidding. This is what happened to some people I know on coins like Bell last year, Phil, Axie, and Solana, right? And they're just waiting for these, like, you know, 5-10% more. And then they just get fucked over. So you don't want to be in that situation, okay? Yo, guys, live trading. I'm up $1,000. I'm up $1,000 now. If I make 300K on this trade, I'm gonna do a giveaway. Yeah. Okay, I will take some requests soon, but I got more information to show you guys. Like, okay, so I keep, that's a good question, Bruce. I keep like, honestly, I keep like out of whatever I have in crypto, okay, I keep about actually only like 5% for day trading, maybe like 10% like maximum I would ever do. But that's me though, right? I mean, and you can't really listen to other people because the percentages are different. Like if someone had like $50,000, you know, and they were a good trader, like a very good trader, and they've proven themselves time and time again, like $50,000 total. you probably would not want to keep a big chunk of your 50K in your portfolio, because if you're a good trader, you can trade and probably make more, right? Like, that's the truth. You'd probably want to have like 25,000 in the portfolio and 25,000 for day trading. But if you're a really shitty day trader, right, and you have never made any sizable amount of money, why would you want to have a lot of your money in day trading? Because you'll probably just lose. It makes no sense, right? And also, if you had a lot of money in crypto, then, you know, a small percentage is really all you would need to day trade with. So I keep 5% in my Binance, which is like 350K or something like that. It's not, you know, it's not, I don't need more than that for day trading. Look at some macro charts now. Some bigger charts. Some bigger charts. But if I lose this trade, guys, if I lose this trade, I'm sharing the loss with you. In 12 hours, we're gonna determine if it's like gonna win this trade or not. Because all this has got to do, like, Bitcoin just literally needs to make a fucking doji candle today. If Bitcoin makes a doji candle, the market's gonna be pretty bullish for the next few days, in my opinion. I can show you guys what a doji looks like at the bottom. A doji, right? That's what happens when there's a drop and then a doji shows up. It's pretty fucking powerful, I'd say. It's, you know, then the market, then also, like, this is a powerful candle. Like, no matter how you see that, that's a very powerful candle on dot, right? So not on the 4-day, but on the 2-day. You know what I mean? So now we're gonna take a look at some macro charts. So historical risk level. Let's take a look at that, and also fear and greed and ROI after halving, and then we're gonna take a look at the fair market value price. Then we're gonna take a look at the monthly returns table. So historical risk right now is actually low. That's hilarious. It's hilarious how the risk level is so low right now to buy Bitcoin. When the risk is like 1, you know, like when it's really high, you know, when it's closer to the top over there, that's where you don't want to buy crypto. Every bull market, when the historical risk level gets to 1, like, you kind of don't want to be in the market. When it gets to 1, that's where you want to get out, right? Like in 2021, if you notice here, I'll highlight it. So this is where the risk is. The risk level gets to 1, around up there. When it gets too high, you probably want to get out, right? But right now we're at 0.6. So the risk to hold Bitcoin is so freaking low right now. Like, we haven't even reached the frenzy phases yet. Just based on this. This is nothing yet. Yeah, right now the greed is kind of high. It's very high. It's incredibly high. Actually, it's at 74. That's nothing. That's so low. There are periods where we stay, like, do you guys see this? That is ridiculous. You know, so ridiculous. What is that? What is that chart called? Stock to flow ratio. I'll show you guys the stock to flow ratio model for Bitcoin. So there's going to be periods where it's going to be absolutely, like, ridiculous. Okay. So hold on. I'm looking for it. There we go. So it could be periods where it's going to be green for a long time. I show you guys a really good chart. This is the stock to flow ratio, which is the, okay, it's basically, I'm not going to explain what it is, but I'll just show you guys basically how it works. Okay. So this is color coded by halving. So when it's 0, right, you can see over here 0, it's like purple, and then moves over to red, and this is like a ratio of like how much is mined and how much Bitcoins are in the market, right? So this is a model that has been predicting it, right? The stock to flow ratio of Bitcoin and how the price has been moving. And it's actually been following it like ridiculously well, like so well. It's saying that it's even possible for Bitcoin to be at like $1 million in like 4 or 5 years. But the point is this, okay? See these vertical lines? That's where the halving is, okay? If you notice something, that after the halving, it just keeps going up until it eventually gets to like a red period, okay? A red period where oh, sorry, it's reversed, okay? So after the halving, it's red, and then as we get closer to the halving, it cools down and gets to purple. So you can see how it's like after the halving, right? It just keeps going up every single time. After the halving, it just keeps going up every single time. After the halving, it just keeps going up every single time. And we're like at the beginning of just the tiny little baby stages right now, like super small baby stages of the rally. If you understand that, it's like there's nothing to be scared of right now. Okay? Risk levels are low. Fear and greed is normal, right? This is normal. It's not even close to a frenzy phase. We haven't seen this shit yet. This is what we're gonna see soon. Like, that is gonna be so ridiculous. History repeats itself. There's no reason for it not to. This is the ROI after halving. Okay? You can see that we are just in the baby phases, right? If you take a look at all three halving cycles, this blue one's from 2012, right? The red one is from 2016, and the orange one is from 2020, right? The halvings. So you take a look at it, and like we're in the baby stages. You could just kind of predict how similar the graphs are gonna look. But yes, we are most likely gonna get a correction soon, because if you notice that in the previous cycles, around day 240, right? There's basically a correction, right? So I think we might go up a tiny bit more, but the correction's coming, man. I'm telling you from historical data. And then you take a look at the fair market value price, and finally we're getting back into the lower band of the fair market value price. And you can see how every bull market, look at 2023, the price just goes insanely above fair market value price. And 2017, crazy above it too. And then in 2021 as well, right? So right now it's like people are getting scared for what, man? Like the greed is not the highest. The risk is really low. Stock to flow ratio just began. We literally just have a halving and we haven't even gone up yet. And we're not even close to the fair market value price quite yet. And people are scared about all of this. That's fine. That's funny. Timu, you can DM me on Twitter. That's it. So we got 1 month left. You know, we got 1 month left, and it seems like we're gonna finish off Bitcoin around $90,000 or something. Every single year before the bull market, right? So listen carefully. Every year before the bull market year, December has always been bullish. Every time. So the bull market before the bull market year was here's December 2016, 30% gain. December 2020, 30% gain. December 2012, 7.43% gain, right? And then after that, 2024 is most likely gonna do the same thing again, right? So I think that it's very likely for us to have a very bullish month. So other than that, guys, like there's not much to be worried about. Just buy on these dips, man. You're gonna be fine. Come back in 6 months, you're gonna be fine. Other than that, guys, like I'll see you in the elite group. Now I'm gonna spend all day and night working with my elite tier group, trying to find a trade with them. If you guys want to join it, just take a look at the link below and I'll see you there. The sale ends in 3 days at the end of the month. So December the 1st is when it ends. It's 60% off right now. See you guys in the